We are back with another what if simulation. And let me tell you, when I saw the news on this one, it just bothered me. It bothered me the fact that the Boston Bruins were talking about sending Linus Ullmark to the Los Angeles Kings for what we think was Pierre-Luc Dubois. How does that make sense? What sense does that make? But because of this video game, we get to see if this trade went through, was it what the Kings needed in order to become a Stanley Cup contender? So that's what we're going to do. We have Ullmark on the roster. Let's actually check our lines. I mean, it's the Kings. It's what we expect. Edit lines. Here we go. I mean, we already know who we got. And if you are wondering, I only moved over Phoenix Copley in exchange for Linus Ullmark. So, not really that big of a deal. There we see. Linus Ullmark is now a Los Angeles King. So, he's got some big shoes. He's got some big shoes to fill from his time at Boston. He's got Kevin Fiala, Kopitar, Kempe, Arvidsson, Byfield, and Moore. And Dubois, Denault, and Arthur here. And the bottom six. Our defense, let's check this out here. You know, we got our Hut legend Drew Doughty, Mikey Anderson, Gavrikov, Matt Waugh, or Roy, Jordan Spence, and England. So, I don't know, boys. The team's kind of looking a little meh. But we're going to get to the trade deadline. We're going to see how this goes. And I'm excited to see if Linus Ullmark is what was needed for the Kings. And Pierre-Luc Dubois has been injured. Just best lines. So, yep, best lines. All right, I'll talk to you boys when we get back. We are back at the trade deadline, and let me tell you, these are the Los Angeles frauds. We started off 0-8-2. 0-8-2 in our first 10. And of course, as you saw, Pierre-Luc Dubois was injured like immediately as soon as the season started. We are last in the Pacific with 54 points. We're gaining on the Sharks. It does not look like we're going to make a Stanley Cup run at all. But let's check out the stats. We're going to check out our team stats, the league stats, and Ullmark stats. So Kopitar is our leading scorer with 16 goals, 30 assists for 46 points, a -3. Dubois, 14 goals, 29 assists, 43 points, and Philip Denault, 16 goals, 39 points with 23 assists. How does the defense look? Drew Doughty leading the way with 26 points, 8 goals, 18 assists, and Mikey Anderson with 6 and 12, 18 total. So, and let us check out, I didn't mean to back out, but let's check how Ullmark's his season's going. So he has played 45 games, he has won 15, lost 25, overtime loss of 23, shutout, he's had one shutout with a .895 and a 3.34 GAA. So not a great season, but when you have a team like the Kings playing in front of you, it makes sense. I feel like this team plays better in real life than they do in the video game. But again, it can all be turned around at the end of the trade deadline, at the end of this season. Let's take a look at the league stats real quick. So at the trade deadline, entire league, Nathan MacKinnon with 82 points, Mitch Marner with 82, Draisaitl with 79, Hughes with 78, and McDavid with 77. The goal scorer, I'm going to assume, is Nathan MacKinnon. Yes, he is leading it. Rantanen has 41, and Panarin has 39. So, not bad. For defense, Quinn Hughes is leading the way, 14 goals, 50 assists, with Dougie Hamilton 17 goals with 38 assists for 55 points, and Josh Morrissey with 5 goals, 48 assists, and 53 points. So, not bad. And let's check out goalies real quick. Our goalies, the goalies in the league. Let's hope they're doing better than Ullmark. Let's see real quick. Leading the way is Thatcher Demko with 38 wins, 10 losses, 3 overtime losses, and 4 shutouts with a .913. Ilya Sorokin and Igor Shesterkin are right behind with 31 wins apiece, and respectively a .922 and a .924. So these boys are showing off. I wonder if Swayman is since he's got starting minutes, how he's been doing. There's Fleury. There he is. Swayman is 19, 17, 6 and 1 with a .907 and a .303 GAA. So not bad. Oh, it is kind of mid. But let's jump right back into the simulation. If we have a miracle in Los Angeles, we'll make the playoffs. If not, it'll be what it be, boys. All right, talk to you later. And Ullmark is injured. That's lovely. Boys, so we are back, and we have missed the playoffs. But we're going to simulate and see who wins the Stanley Cup. It's not going to be the Los Angeles Kings. And real quick, looks like... Yep, it looks like we're going to have a Seattle and Avalanche Conference Championship with a Seattle Kraken and New York Rangers Stanley Cup. That's a very interesting one with a 3-1. Probably going to get the sweep here. And the New York Rangers are your Stanley Cup champions. That is great. Let us check out. Alright, boys, so it looks like I went a little too far, but it was not pretty for Linus Ullmark or the rest of the Los Angeles Kings. Kopitar led with like 73 points, and Ullmark, right after we started simming, got injured, and he was injured until like the last 2 games. But Panarin's going to lead the way with 22 points, Lafreniere with 21, Blake Wheeler with 20, and Burakovsky with 19. So, an interesting playoff final. I would not imagine the New York Rangers, well, I can imagine the New York Rangers, but not the Seattle Kraken, making the Stanley Cup Finals. So, boys, the final decision is that no, Linus Ullmark would have not been the missing piece for the Los Angeles Kings. Thank you all for watching. You boys are great. You've been killing it on views, engagement, and just been making these videos a whole lot of fun to make. Don't forget, you matter. Keep the things that are important first. Your family, your friends. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. All right, bye.